rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down. Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to. It's talking, it's hot, so leave me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to look out, it's clear to see. All eyes on me for 100 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hate it or love it. The underdogs will lick the swords. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Usually keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young getting paid for. Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. Their life's up, so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the green. I'm a player on the late night tip. So these the prototypes.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All right, here we go.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Oh, a nice spin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Airing one out for Boyd. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Watch tight, tight is right. Watch tight, tight is right. Set, blue 90, blue 90. Detroit, 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 Detroit.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 27.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
2nd down, Mayfield. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Here we go now. 3-19. Gone.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Detroit! Gone!
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Watch him now, Barney! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90!
Mayfield with it once more. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Third and long for Mayfield. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On play action, Allen. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. Throwing now is Allen. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Vontaze Burfict coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Boy, stays out. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis in there again as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
All right, here we go.
Now Bernard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They do go for it. Here's Allen, buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was. That's caught inside the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 64 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Gone, 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 gone. Now let's go. Green 39. Green.
They'll run here with Bernard. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. Bullet good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39!
Mayfield now on second down. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Mayfield on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Hurry up, here we go!
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It was Ryan Glasgow who got him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch it now, Barney!
They go to Johnson again. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Over!
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Tackled by Jordan Willis. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being...
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, Mayfield. It's caught, Shepard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They pitch it out to Johnson. And a short gain down to about the 33. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Out to the flat for Hyde. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Ryan Glasgow coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
Lucky 56. Detroit!
Mayfield looks to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll begin here with Bernard. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And the Bengals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Set, 3-19. 3-19. Watch the safety creep. Check 91. 91 is the fight. Leopard.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Finding some room at midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. That is caught at the 7. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Sterling Shepard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Allen. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. Allen now on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
Back now in Cincinnati. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Bernard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is now 14-10. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Now here's Johnson. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing, Mayfield. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. A second down throw for Mayfield. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Play fake. Mayfield. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch him.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vontaze Burfict in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Mayfield on play action. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Nick Vigil in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw, Mayfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. 17, guys. Check him out. He's going to sit right over the middle. Watch the middle. Check three.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now a carry for Bernard. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down. Try
and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
All right, here we go.
And they will take a knee here. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation.
I don't know about you there and finish this